Well, you must have seen here in our discussion in the past zero budget glory, that is zero budget gardening, that 200% natural way. Well, how about even the health? You want to have a healthier life, that too in zero budget. Will it possible? Is it is that too without taking too much. There are only two components there: how you take bath and how you drink water. That's it. Now let us discuss in detail. First, start with how you take bath. There is a lot of confusion whether to put the water first in the head or in the feet. Of course, how we do, our hands did. First and foremost thing, the accumulation of waste is the cause of every disease. So, heat is here, one of the waste has to be eliminated in the morning. For that, you need a bath. Not for, like only wiping away your dirt or cleaning your dirt, it's to making your body cool. If you go to sleep, basically if before 11 to the deep sleep, get up early in the morning, that's the ideal thing. During the night, the body clock will have a lot of functionality, the body, and in that process, that lot of heat will be generated. That accumulation of heat has to be, taken out in the morning. The ideal time to take bath before the sun shine. Then, first and foremost, the water has to come in the feet. There is doubt will be there whether to whether to take hot water, that is to put it in the head, or like cold water. You can take a warm water if not more cold water. Whatever it is, the heat will go from down to up. Never the fire, never will go from up to down. So you have to put the water always in the feet first. Before olden days, they have a river, pond, a lot of things. They used to go in the river, whatever the step by step they go down. And that you see the water will slowly from the leg, then, then slowly, it goes on and up, right? Then they touch the head. Here, the same way, sometimes there is one more question comes in, like people sometimes put the little bit of water in the head as well, because the heat when the body touches get by the heat extraction basically when it's starting with a high level, it should not go when it from down to up, to avoid that little bit of water in the top head, the people, our ancestors used to put when they're taking bath in the river. And one more thing, we all be knowing that ear, nose, that's ENT we call, right? Interconnected. When we go take bath in the river or something like that, we get a breathing issue. So that happened because we used, instead of breathing in, breathing out by nose, we used to do it by mouth. So what we can do, they keep some water in the mouth. Okay, so it's like how you gargle or something. Like keep a mouth full of water and do not spit it out. Then take the bath until you finish it off. Then you spit it out. This way you can avoid the ear, head, neck, all sort of disease or related disease as well. Now this is the one thing. Another way, slowly you have to put from the base to up, and then it comes in, and then again, and then the final thing should be the head. So from this, you'll be understanding best time to take bath early in the morning before the sunshine. Start with the water has to first, the feet touch the water, then slowly go up. So this way the heat will go complete out through eyes and ears. This is where it takes place. For that, slow and steady pace. After the bath, you can wipe out the first, the area which is which is broad. You go back, and then after that you can take on wiping out, settling down. Now this is the way to take bath. Instead, if you take bath starting with the head, something and all, the heat will run, will without knowing where to go, get out of it. Actually, it will create a big problem. So now this is clear. The next thing, how to drink your water. Now, drinking water has to be done only when you are thirsty. It's not like, okay, every day you have to take this much of water or something and all. Very, very important. Whenever you are thirsty, you have to take water. Do not stand or walking. During the walking, take the water. Sit, take a water sip by sip. making sure the water is mixing thoroughly well with your saliva, then you take the water. If you take this way, you will avoid lot of disease. As I said, 75 to 90% of disease comes because of if you do not know how to take bath using water and how to drink water in a proper way. Now, again, same thing. ENT. Ear, nose, mouth. That this is not basically all interconnected. When you are doing, instead of sitting and drinking water, if you do that other way, it is not good. So it will cause all sort of the trouble in many ways. Instead of that, in nutshell, you have to do this way: sit and drink water. Take a glass, keep in basically you should take the glass, whatever the bowl, making sure it is taken sip by sip, keeping in your mouth, sip by sip slowly, and this way it will make sure the effect of water 100% efficiently utilized in your body. So if you do the other way, by standing and taking water, then definitely it is the other way around. Basically, it will not, instead of giving the remedy of peace and and in a healthy thing, it is giving even the joint pain, arthritis, and all sort of even then ears, neck diseases. So remember once again to take water or consume water only whenever you are thirsty, and take waters by sip, sit and drink water. That's all. So these are the things, elements, if you taken care, you will be hale and healthier. Now that's what I have mentioned in the beginning, how we do zero budget gardening with 100% natural way. This is, again, it doesn't cost you much. Just you need to make sure that how you take bath, the way, and how you drink water. Now, once again, in a nutshell, taking a bath should be early in the morning before the sunshine, and ideal water is warm water, not hot or cold. Actually, in case during the winter or cold time, it is okay to take a hot water bath, but make sure you either take hot or cold water bath. Make sure to start with from the feet. First, the water should touch, the water should put in the feet, and then again slowly and steadily going towards up. You have to feel for it first. That's most important thing. Then, to avoid breathing through mouth instead of nose, take a kind of mouthful of water, like a gargling. Just squeeze in the mouth itself. Keep it there, and once you finish bathing, spit it out. So this is the way. Even when you're taking bath in the river, or even in any pond, or even the falls, this will easily making sure you're taking in the right way. And drinking water, of course, when you drink water when you're thirsty only, and that I explain in detail how to take. Now, in more, which is the best water to take? The best thing, of course, the mud pot water. And there is always confusion, as well as like a discussion happening about whether the water we take should be only in the mud pot or even the copper pot, because mud pot can be taken only during summer, not in in winter or in a cold time. So just one thing you have to understand: whatever time, whether it is hot, extreme hot summer or cold time, it according to the temperature, outside temperature, the mud pot will make sure, during the micro hot, will make sure it gets a sufficient cooling effect, and that too will the full lot of oxygen, because mixing with the air outside and getting that's a pure, the best. Even the pH level also will be almost 9. The normal, the water is the pH is 7. Here you get almost 9, right? So that is I would say the best, one of the best water to have it, the mud pot water. But the hours of water keeping there, ideally, if you keep even 12 hours after taking from tap water, that will be the best thing to do. So again, if you want to have a mix of the energy level of everything, I would suggest go for take the water in a copper vessel and allow to keep 4 to 8 hours. Then after that, this way when you're doing it up, you can use the cotton cloth to filter it out. This is why I'm showing here, because of when you keep the mud part, you can take a desert sand, something, that's what the texture. This is desert sand, and we keep that in a bucket or something like, or in a the base. You have to keep the desert sand, and top of it, if you keep the mud part, that will be a ideal ideal thing to do, keeping the mud part for drinking water in particular. So coming back to that, yeah, that's when you're collecting the water from the tap. If you're in a copper bottom, use the cotton cloth to filter it out. Okay, and you can see the difference of, like just taking the water and how you keeping it there. Now using cotton cloth, you can filter it out, and that water can, after keeping 8 hours or 4 to 8 hours, then you can transfer to 4 to 8 hours. I said even 4 hours. After that you can transfer to mud pot. Ideally after 12 hours means you are having a complete clean water. Earlier we have seen only directly in mud pot itself, more than 12 hours more than enough, and you, by using clear net, in Tamil we call Tetangkottai by Ms. Srimani. Earlier I had a detailed video on that. Now here, without that, the the water gathered from the tap and then poured into the copper pot. After that, 4 hours or 8 hours, 4 to 8 hours, then transferred to mud pot for 12 hours. Then that water is amazing water for drinking, as healthier version, full of oxygen. That's what I would say. So now that's what I explained in here. Even the best, this is the way the cotton cloth been used to show you guys. I have taken a small copper pot, how we can using this cotton cloth, this way we can collect the water from the tap, then keep this water for 4 to 8 hours. That's what I'm trying to say here. So what we are trying to say, not only how to take bath, how to take water, how to drink water, and what are the best and easiest way, and with our ancestors' wisdom, to get the best and right water, so that you will drink the healthier version. That too, again, this will not cost you much. So how we explained and shown the experience of zero budget gardening, here we are trying to show the easiest. This will cost bit, means like only buying the quality part and then water. So whatever the least cut, I would say, to have the healthier drinking water. Now this is what all about. So cotton cloth being used. And now coming back to the washing of whether mud pot or copper thing, you need to be careful not to use any sort of chemical soap or liquid. Coconut scrub, that is enough to this. Here the copper one, what I am using, the two things. One is stone salt, then tamarind. Tamarind been put in the water, and then stone salt. So these two ingredients more than enough to clear off all the rust or whatever it is. It will be very shiny. You can see that. Just put tamarind and without stone salts, using the scrub, coconut scrub. Just rub it nicely, then wash in running water. You will have a clear, shiny vessel. Now see that. You'll see the shiny version after cleaning with using this. Only tamarind and stone salt. That's it. So same way mud pot also, just running water and use this coconut scrub to clean the mud pot also. Do not use any sort of thing. Of course, you know very well why, for what reason. See the shiny effect, clear, neat, the copper vessel. So we have taught you how to clean even the vessel of copper and mud pot. How to do it also, he explained here. That's it. Now we want to have the more powerful, even the effect of sun. That also means you can keep the water, mud pot in the little bit of sun, so sun particularly in the morning. And here we put turmeric also, bit of thing applied. This is more of getting every energy and more energetic and fantastic drinking water here in the mud pot. So that's it. Enjoy with a long life.